So this is probably something different. So, to be honest with you, this is actually really my very first time doing the penguin makeup. The nose and the brows are originally from the other makeup artist who she actually did the penguin quite a little bit better than mine. You might check it out in the videos in my channel so you can find out. I took that from that. The difference is that I actually did this with the latex to create the brow and the little bridges of the nose here. Just a little bridges. And I actually made the tip of the nose just a little bit more. And I did the little darkness of the little parts here. They're a little different texturing to make it look a little bit weary and oldie look to it. So I did most of the little details of that. There's a bridge parts here where I put my glasses. Easy for me to put my glasses on top of it. And yeah, it's held onto a wig caps. You can see the original of it. And I use glue, spirit glue or anything to just stick into it, and I use a bunch of latex and tissue to blend in on the top of it. It looks pretty rough, but overall it does actually help to create, like, you know, it doesn't see, like, it's actually creating it, so you won't see it. It's hardly noticeable after I did the linings and everything. So here's this little hair I have. So I need to get some kind of a spray to keep it where it is, but it looks kind of funny because he does losing some of the hair. So that's why I always pick that kind of wig cap. Another thing is that why it looks so much very weary, because they're actually were held by a tissue and latex. And I always take it off, and I go right into the edges of where the foam part is, like very carefully not to tear it. So I always go for the edges of it. You can see the resisting of the latex parts here is stuck to it there now, and here's like on the other side is very barely, because sometimes they're not actually like even in one way. Like this one is okay. Like I can still use this. I always slowly take those off. This I had to take off completely. You wouldn't believe it how hard it is to get it like even once I apply them with the latex. And I have this one little flaps. I think one of them has a flaps, and this is the latex I use, like the cheap ones, not the Ben 9. This is the Spirit ones, and I use this. And that actually helps with the tissue papers. It helps, and it's easier for me to take it off. You know, I don't use the other thing. I use, like, once I stick these together, I use the what you call it? Yeah, Plose on a major area in the inside of it, like the inside that sticks in together to really stick into me. And then the latex and the tissue will be. Also, the second thing is it's a sticky thing as well to put it on right on my face, and that way it's easy for me to go for the not the very strong sticky of it as the latex to take it off. Things that I clean is with this. It's the only thing I found that certainly serves the purpose is this alcohol here, and I use something like a big sponge or a Q-tip or bigger than that just to brush off the very dead of my skin under this, completely make it nice and freshly white. You can see the dirtiness of it, so I had to like constantly clean it three times to clean it completely to be really safe with it. Also, I put something on my face to preventing any skin damage or anything. So that's a little more important, right? Things that I would say, I didn't have that very much makeup. I do have some bend lines, and I have like expensive beauty foundations, because when I look at Penguin, sometimes it's pale, but there's like little peaches of it, so he's like he's mid between it, so I had to like play around with it. And since this one actually helps me very well of the skin, I use that to work away to completing the overall the look of it, of the Penguin, easily for me. And that helps very well, because it's like at least you have this big piece to help you once you fill it into that area of your face, you put it right together, and it helped me really a lot from this with the makeup I use to try to match up to the skin tone as possible. So it helps. Those are the only thing I actually use, and hopefully if that's just something you want to know about, what do I have, I might have to go to Halloween Adventure to restock it, to have it ready, and hopefully they have the same prosthetic pieces I have, so I can continue using it, or I have to order it again. So I'm KC677, and I hope in the future you want to find out about this. And yeah, have a good night. Oh, this is a nice shirt.